What up, Small Rapper Gang? Today we're going to talk about, is it actually good for a rapper to have different styles or different voices? And this is a question that I often ask even myself a lot of times, and I have through the years. We want to try different styles, right? You're like, well, I want to try this over here, but I want to try this over here, but then you think to yourself, like, is that bad? And we're going to talk about that in this video. I'm going to give you a lot of good points for business, for like what labels look for like what you should be looking for in yourself, what's really going to help you propel and excel yourself. We're going to talk about those things today, okay? I'm Rob Level, this is Smart Rapper. Please hit me with a like, please hit me with a comment, and please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell when you do, because it's going to notify you every time I release a new video, all right? So you can become smarter. Almost 200,000 subscribers. Thank you all so very much. We're going to get into that right after the intro.
This ain't luck, this ain't luck, this hard work, this ain't luck. Look at everything that I gave up. This hard work, this ain't luck, this ain't luck, this ain't luck. This hard work, can't say it enough. Look at everything that I gave up. This hard work, this ain't luck.
Now, first off, this is something that I know for a fact that rappers always think about at some stage in their career. And I can sum this up for you pretty easily too, so that you stop overthinking it and you can actually start using the right thing to actually help move yourself forward and do what you need to actually better yourself, okay? Now, when people ask themselves this question, it's clear that they're at a point in their career where they're trying to find a better style for themselves, right? Because often you're like, man, is this the right sound? Is this really what I'm trying to do? Is this what people are going to like from me? And they feel like if they don't sound the same on every song, it's a bad thing. Now, here's where it gets a bit confusing, because really having one solid sound or style is the best bet so that you can consistently and continuously market to the same target demographic and audience, so that one large audience of people and fans are used to your sound and your music style. They like the way that you sound and they became a fan of that sound and that style. Therefore, they expect more of that sound and that style every time you release a song. So really having different styles and a different sound on every song is actually really bad for the long-term picture. Now, a label hates signing people. Remember, they're a business, so that is the way they look at it. And I want you to look at this too, because you are a business, right? That's what I teach you on Smart Rapper. Now, a label hates signing somebody who doesn't have one target sound. If they sign you, or they want to sign you because you have this sound that they like let's say it's you sing rapping, and it's very melodic, and it's also like girl songs. They're thinking, okay, we can target this to 14-year-old to 18-year-old girls, okay? But if the next song that you release is you rapping and the subject matter changes, well, now the target audience changes, the demographic changes. So now you rapping, it changes from 14 to 18-year-old girls, where it was singing and more melodic for female songs, to you rapping about different subject matter like guns, drugs, or whatever else, cars. Well, now the audience is 14 to 24-year-old males. A label plans on putting X amount of dollars. So what's happening is when they're targeting you to this audience over here, they're spending money and resources trying to build your fan base in this 14 to 18-year-old girl market over here, right? So now you have fans over here that they've spent money getting for you. But now you release the next record, but all that money that was spent focusing on this demographic over here is basically wasted, because you're not retargeting this audience. Right now they have to spend money trying to get you into another target audience, which is this audience over here. So now they actually spent money in two different directions, but it's better to keep spending the money over here because you keep growing over here. It's pretty much like if you've ever played Monopoly, right? You get houses, you put houses on it. Once you get 5 houses, you can make a hotel on it. If you keep putting a house on each property, you're only making a little bit of money back. If you put 5 houses on this one instead of putting 5 on 5 different ones, well, now you have a hotel. When people land on it, the fan, you really cash in because they gotta pay you for that hotel. I hope that I put that right. That's the thing, is that that's really how it is. A label wants to know, this is who we're targeting, this is who we're selling merchandise to, this is who we're making the music for, this is who we're trying to get to come to the shows, this is who we should align you with other artists like this who already have fans in that target demographic. That's why having a different sound is bad, because if you're all over the place, it's hard to target that audience and keep that same audience interested in you. This is what happens too, is people in that target demographic, like let's say it's the 14 to 18-year-old girls, and it's probably not you, but this is just the example. Those 14 to 18-year-old girls, when you release like enough songs in that target demographic, these girls are spreading to each other. Why? Because people in the target demographic hang out with people in the same target demographic. You'll have the 14-year-old girl who likes your song spread it to the other 14-year-old girls in her class, right? And then it spreads from those girls to the other girls that the girls meet, to the other girls that the girls meet, because all these people hang out together. You don't have a 40-year-old guy hanging out with like a 24-year-old kid generally, unless they're at work. So people hang out in the same groups. So if you keep targeting the same people, it spreads within that group. But if you keep doing like this, it takes longer to grow in those groups. I hope that you get what I'm saying here. That's why it's good to target one group of people. And I know that can be complicated. And I'm gonna show you mistakes and pitfalls that even I'm making right now. Now, the slight workaround for this that I wanna teach you in this is, you can basically have 2 or 3 slightly different styles that mesh into one style that you have on every track that you work on. You do some rapping, you do some slight singing in a range that works for you, and maybe you have an aggressive voice, or you're more melodic here, you're more melodic there, but it also pulls back to rapping. Like, there's different styles that you can build together, and then people in every audience are gonna like some piece of that and possibly attach to your sound. It's kind of a workaround, but not everybody has that versatility to do that. But it also has to be a style that works on all your music so that your audience loves your style. I personally hate that this is how it works, I really do. I love creating random things with random voices and being creative and not limiting myself. I like putting something unique onto every track that I touch. It's fun. But if you create something that is a cool, unique style that you can use on every track, that's when you hit the jackpot. Now really quick, let me give you an example of 2 different styles that I have that you really can't target to the same market. And you're gonna hear it immediately. You're gonna understand, okay, this is exactly what he's saying in this video, in case you needed an example of what I meant. Listen to this song really quick. I'm gonna play a short snippet of Way Up. This is me singing.
I've been up all day on a paper chase, trying to make my way up, way up. Don't care what they say, it's gonna be okay. It can't bring me down on way up, way up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And this is a motivational, inspirational song. And then listen to this hook on this song, which was the song that I released after I released Way Up, which is Spray.
You best get up out my way. I do not have time to play. I got that A, that K, and we will spray, and we will spray.
Now think about this. The people who listen to these songs are definitely 2 different audiences. One is super rap, the other is, well, it's very commercial. It's singing, it's a whole different genre. Like, 2 different people listen to this. But I created both of those songs. I'm very versatile. And if you heard a lot of the other stuff I'm about to be releasing, it is all over the place. And this is a mistake that I'm making. And not so much a mistake, but this is the way I built my style over the years, because of the way that I wrote songs. So I'm trying to tell you guys, before you get into a habit that I've already built myself into, that if you can find one definite style, you're better off. I have like 50 styles. I just do. And because of that, it actually hinders me, okay? Believe it or not. And I'm telling you, this is something that I'm experiencing right now. It's going to hinder me in a way. It will still work, but it's gonna take a bit longer because things are all over the place. And I have to pull people in from all over the place to understand, oh, this is him, he's versatile. Because I'll show people my new records, they'll be sitting right here in the studio with me. I'll show them a song, they go, I love this. I'll show them the next song, they go, I like this, who is this? I'm like, that's me. I show them the next song and they'll go, this is dope, who is this? I'm like, this is me too. Because they're all so, I'm not even kidding, that always happens. I've had record label A&Rs sitting here with me and go, you can't do this. Like, they're all so dope, but you need to find your sound. And they'll also listen to some of my songs and go, I love the way this sounds, but this isn't the sound that I want people to hear from you. Like, I love this song, but if you release this and people hear this, they're gonna think this is you, and I don't want them getting that idea of you, even though this is a really, really good fucking song. So like, there's a lot of factors to this, okay? And let me explain this a little bit more. If someone became a fan of the Way Up song, of me singing, right? And then they heard the Spray song, they're almost confused when they hear the Spray song, because they're like, wait, why did I become a fan of this again? Why am I a fan of him if they don't like the new song? You see the thing? But I don't want to keep releasing singing songs. That's not me. I'm a rapper, just because I can sing, but that's the versatility here. It's confusing. I'm even confusing myself. But here's the thing, is I don't want to put myself into a box. What does it mean when an artist is a full package for a label? It's something that's already in a box and it's finished and it's ready to go to send out, right? Once you create your package, you're that. Me, I'm like 20 packages that you shove into a Christmas present, and it's like you open it and there's all these different gifts, right? But it's a problem. Just bear with me here. If you understand what I'm saying in this and you find your one style that works on certain types of beats, you will make it faster, because you'll have that target sound. That's what this whole video is about, right? Ignore the fact that I'm all over the place, but that's why I'm making it, to explain to you this, okay? If you find that sound for yourself, you're much better off. This has been one of the biggest pitfalls in my career in general. Okay, so if you can find that one sound, move forward with it. And let me give you another example. If you listen to a certain artist, they sound the same on every fucking song. You listen to a Lil Baby song, you know it's Lil Baby. You listen to Da Baby, you know it's Da Baby. You listen to a Logic song, I already know what to expect from a Logic song. He sounds the same on every project that he releases. He has the same subject matter. It's the same thing. It's Logic. Okay, if you listen to Lil Wayne, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some punchlines, you're gonna get him rapping, you're gonna get him giggling, you're gonna have him being funny, one hard punchline, a bunch of other more softer punchlines in every verse. It's a package, it's put together, it's put together, it's put together. And you need to do that for yourself and find that. That's just how it is. Let's do Offset song, I already know. Like you already know what you're gonna get when you listen to Migos. Every time. That style never changes, because that's their style. Get me? The reason, and by the way, just so you can understand why I have different styles, is because I spent years working on tens of thousands, possibly going through over 100,000 different beats. And all of these different, me trying to fit myself on all these different beats and these different styles over the years really confused me and built all of these different styles for me. So I have all of these different styles across all these different genres. So now I'm just so used to creating randomly that if I like it, I keep it, right? But what you need to do, the best bet is you find a producer, potentially an in-house producer or a friend, because your friend makes one sound a beat generally. He has his sound. And if you only rap to these beats, you're only gonna adapt your style to this type of beat. And that's often why rappers who blow up have one sound. Producers will try to send me beats, they're like, Rob, I don't even know what beats to send you, bro. Your style's all over the place. I don't even know what will work for you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what kind of beats to tell them to send, because I'm like, if I hear it, I know. Anyway, I made Smart Rappers so you can learn from what I do and what I did and what I'm still doing and all that stuff. So anyways, I hope that you learned today to build yourself into a package, find your style like that, and it'll work out for you a lot better. Keep hustling, gang. I see you at the top. Please leave me a comment. What do you think about this? Do you feel like you have a lot of different styles? Because I know people ask me this question all the time. And if you have any questions you want me to answer, make videos on, please post those questions below, because I am accepting questions. All right, hit me with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and hit the little bell when you do, so you get notified every time I release a new video, which is all the time. All right, and make sure you're watching my show, This Ain't Luck. It's on my Rob Level channel. Also, This Ain't Luck featuring Dax, my new music video, will be coming out in the next couple weeks. Guys, check that out. I appreciate y'all. Keep hustling, gang. I'll see you at the top.
This ain't luck, this ain't luck, this hard work, this ain't luck. Look at everything that I gave up. This hard work, this ain't luck, this ain't luck, this ain't luck. This hard work, can't say it enough. Look at everything that I gave up. This hard work, this ain't luck.